PlayStation. The unauthorized reproduction of piracy harms consumers. Did you know that?
How?
Because pirates cut you with swords and shoot you with guns. Hello? Video game? Metal Gear Solid. And if I remember correctly, we need to sit on this screen for a little while. That is some nice art right there.
Yeah?
Similar to the art on the box. Oh, do I remember the name correctly? I want to say Yoji Shinkawa. Do we hit the start button? Or do we wait for a cinematic? I forget. There it is. Okay, I'll probably edit in this before the first thing. We have time traveled. We have traveled back in time after beating Ocelot's ass to see the beginning that we missed somehow. Someone pushed a button. We're in the Bering Sea. And you'll remember that that's roughly where Shadow Moses is.
Shadow Moses?
That's the name of the island. I think we heard that name.
I was just like thinking Shadow the Hedgehog, but it was Moses.
Pretty much.
On Shadow
There we go.
Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by Next Generation Special Forces, being led by members of Foxhound. They're demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss.
So that's where you should have heard that first time.
If demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You'll have two mission objectives.
Solid Snake,
First,
David
to
Hayter.
rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the president of Armstech, Kenneth Baker.
David
Both
Hayter
are
seems
being
like a
held
great
as
guy
hostages.
behind the scenes.
Secondly,
Very
you're to
very
investigate
cool with
whether or
fan
not
interactions and
terrorists
stuff.
have the ability to
I
make a
wouldn't
nuclear
know.
strike.
I don't know much
Stop
about
them
him.
if they do.
Like he's known for being Snake.
Yeah.
We'll approach the
That's
disposal
the big
facility
thing.
by sub.
Yeah, Snake is pretty famous.
We'll launch
Yes.
a one-man
It's not like
SPV.
the two Sneak songs in pop culture is the Pink Panther and this theme when you get caught.
Well, Mission Impossible as well.
Yeah, the three. Look at his head.
Yeah. It's being launched in a torpedo.
High-tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound.
And here you were supposed to get a little fucking introduction of Foxhound.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mantis, with his powerful psychic abilities.
Psycho Mantis.
Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus.
Decoy Octopus.
You like that so much.
Giant and shaman.
Because it's called Decoy Octopus.
Did you hear that, by the way? He's a shaman.
Specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake.
The man with the same codename as you. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
As
Weapons,
usual.
equipment, OSP.
Yes, this is a top-secret black op.
I like that they
Don't
use
expect any
the
official support.
military abbreviations, but they put the explanation in brackets.
Square legs.
Everyone had square legs in the 90s.
Alright.
Everyone had square everything. And that's...
like Square Politician Man.
Well, he's not from the 90s. Well, I guess he was alive during the 90s. Well, was he? That's... I forget when exactly in the timeline that happens. But you're talking about Revengeance, which you haven't played, but it's fucking impossible to know nothing about Revengeance.
I have been spoiled on Square.
You know what he looks like?
I know that he gets punched by Raiden and he's buff as shit.
Oh,
I've seen that gif.
well, that's hard to avoid.
This
Metal
is...
Gear Solid. Oh, right, we gotta... Okay, so this is The PlayStation 3 download version, Illusion Shattered. I do have a physical copy. It's right here. I'm holding the box and waving it in front of Viggo's face.
Ah,
Do you see this? It's a PlayStation game.
yes.
The case
I
is
do.
scratched and broken, and there's a Silent Hill demo disc in here. Because it came with the video game.
Does it come with an instruction manual?
Yes. Yes, it
Good.
does.
Is it-
No. Yes, there it is.
Does it have any, like...
This is a thick boy. Listen. There's like a million pages in here.
Does it have tap code and shit in it?
Does it have tap codes? No, but it has very nice Yoji Shinkawa artwork of characters that you aren't allowed to see yet.
Alright, can I see Snake's artwork? I'm gonna start a new game.
No, don't.
I'm gonna load a game.
No, you're not. Go down. Keep going down. Briefing.
Uh-huh.
We need to walk. You're a soldier. You need to see the briefing, man. Press the circle button to confirm. Because this is a PlayStation. No!
That was briefing.
What's the briefing? Okay, good. Good. We're on PlayStation 1.
Is that Grey Fox?
No.
It's white hair. I just...
Snake.
I should have known you were behind this, Colonel.
I don't have to do the voices anymore.
That's no way to greet an old war buddy, Snake.
Is it real quiet?
What do you
Who's
want
that?
from me?
I just invited you here so we could have a talk.
Invited? That's what you call sending armed soldiers after me?
Sorry if they were a little rough with you.
Who do you think that is?
Got a serious situation
Either
here.
Big Boss or
Only you
Campbell.
can get us out of it.
It is Campbell.
I'm
Big Boss
retired
is fucking
from
dead.
Foxhound. You're not my commander anymore, and I don't have to take orders from you or anyone else.
You will take these orders. I know it.
Excuse me.
So why is Campbell...
Who's this?
Dr. Naomi Hunter. She's chief of Foxhound's medical staff.
Why is Campbell? He was out of the game, but they pulled him back in.
Civilian. I've been sent here from ATGC. Pleasure to meet you, Snake.
This is a game everyone
Don't
loves, by
worry,
the way.
This injection
And this is the part no one sees because they just go to new game.
What's wrong? You don't like shots?
This game has cutscenes, a lot of them.
It all went down 5 hours ago.
So why is Campbell
Heavily armed
naked?
soldiers occupied
That
Shadow
no,
Island,
Campbell is
Rhode Island
speaking.
off the
That's
coast of
Snake.
Alaska.
What soldiers?
The naked man is Snake.
Federation
Oh.
Special
He's naked Snake.
Forces, led by members of Unit
He's
Foxhound.
flaccid Snake.
No, he's not.
Presented Washington
Naomi
with a
just
single
showed
demand.
up. He's not flaccid Snake anymore.
Met
No! You bitch.
A nuclear weapon.
I'm afraid so.
So you're catching this?
You see,
Terrorists,
the island is
nuclear
the site of a
weapon,
secret
bad.
nuclear
I thought
weapons
Zanzibarland had all the
disposal
words nukes.
Foxhound.
Okay, so forget all you know about the nuclear
facility.
situation
Understand how serious
according
the
to
situation
Metal
is.
Gear 2. That's not real.
You'll have two
Oilix never happened. Shut up.
Willix never happened.
First, you arrested
Zanzibarland
the
never
DARPA
happened.
chief,
Okay.
Donald
For
Anderson,
objective, DARPA Chief Donald
president
Anderson
of Arms Tech.
and President of ArmsTech Kenneth Baker.
They're both being held as hostages.
Hostage situation, potentially nuclear weapons.
Hostages.
Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to launch a nuclear strike and stop them if they do.
It's real bad.
Any questions, Snake?
Questions? I haven't even said whether I'd accept this mission.
Well, you can make up your mind after you hear more about the situation.
Eject, because this is a cassette tape, because we're in 1990. When was this game released? Does it say on the box?
Oh!
Yes, but wait. When the fuck was this released? Yeah. '99. 1999. Okay, before you press anything, let me go check the
I'm making
sound
a
levels.
beat.
Okay, sound seems fine. It was a little low. I'll raise it a little bit. So go through these in order. Circle button.
Operation...
Infiltration method. I love the sound of cassette tapes.
Tell me about the nuclear weapon disposal facility.
The disposal facility includes a hardened underground base. Even with our most advanced intelligence gathering equipment, we can't tell what's happening inside.
So someone needs to penetrate, gather intelligence, and report back. Sounds like a spy movie.
Hey,
What's
did
the
you know
insertion
Kojima
method?
likes spy movies?
Well, an air insertion is impossible.
I could have
With this
guessed.
storm going on.
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
Approach.
Yes, within a few miles of it. The facility is equipped with sonar detection capabilities. They'd be able to hear our engine or propeller noise.
And then
I don't think that's how
Launch a
sonar
one-man
works.
SDV.
launch.
Same as a torpedo, only this has no propulsion device of its own. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim.
You want me to swim in sub-zero Alaskan water?
Don't worry. That suit represents the latest advances in polythermal technology. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Here we go, codec is your new
usual,
radio.
This is a one-man infiltration
We'll
mission.
learn about that
Weapons and
later.
equipment OSP.
Yes. This is
I
a
like
top
this.
secret
This is
black
when they
ops.
started throwing a
Don't expect
lot
any
of,
official
like they
support.
did that a bit in old Metal Gear, but they throw a lot of abbreviations at you, but they actually put the thing in like brackets.
What's the time limit?
24 hours. They say they'll launch after 24 hours.
Do they say what the target will be?
So far, they haven't mentioned the target.
When did the countdown start?
5 hours ago.
So we got 19 hours. 19 is never a coincidence. That's a Stephen King thing. Operation Member, let's go. Who's paying the bills?
Colonel, who are you speaking for?
Naturally, I'm representing the U.S. government.
So who's in supervisory control of this operation?
The President of the United States.
Which
President.
means that the president must be meeting with his top aides in the map room about now, huh?
No, at this point, they're still video conferencing with each other.
They're on
That's a real nuclear
Zoom.
warhead. Shouldn't they issue a COG?
Not yet. The
Why?
Secretary of Defense has operational control and is fully aware of the
Why?
situation.
Why did you have to put in a
infiltrate,
Zoom
if you determine they
meeting?
possess
I don't know.
nuclear launch capabilities,
Because the president's in a Zoom
COG
meeting
will
right
be
now.
issued.
Well, if they haven't relocated to the nuclear shelter
And
under Mount Washington,
It's
there isn't that
99,
much reason to
but
worry
it's
yet.
not...
Is the National Security
Wait, who was
Agency in on
president
this?
then?
Yes.
Clinton?
So is
Reagan?
the DIA,
I don't fucking know
Defense
presidents.
Intelligence Agency.
Before...
DIA.
I was-
Get a bad feeling about this.
I was
They'll be
like
sending us some support.
6
We
in
don't
99.
need
I don't know who
desk
the
jockeys.
fuck was
We
president.
need a nuclear weapons specialist.
Of course. A nuclear weapons
Actually, I know
specialist
exactly
has
who's
already been
president in
assigned
this
to us.
world, but it's not the real president.
Is it Square Politician Man?
No. I think at least that his name is George Sears.
Support group?
Yes.
We need backup from a specialist. I'm just an amateur when it comes to nuclear weapons.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I've requested the assistance of a military
Best
analyst
girl.
named Nastasha Romanenko.
She's from Ukraine.
She'll be providing you backup by codec.
That's relevant
Female analyst?
both in
Don't
that
date.
time. See that? Chernobyl nuclear disaster. Her family was fucking showered with that shit.
Contact her
Damn.
if you have
Yeah.
any questions. She's
Don't bring
also
up
an
that as
expert on
relevant.
high-tech weapons.
It is relevant
Where's she
both to
working
this
from?
time and to the current time, but let's not
home
talk too
in
much
Los
about the current time.
Angeles.
Because we in 1999,
Yeah.
No.
she went to the Canberra Committee, the world's first nationally
Miles away.
hosted nuclear weapons abolition proposal group, as an advisor. She has... If you want to hang out in the codec, you can listen to her talk about nuclear weapons for like actually 2 hours. Roy Campbell. What's up with Roy?
Colonel, you're retired. Why are you involved in this?
Because there aren't many people who know Foxhound as well as I do.
Is that really the only reason?
I've been soldiering for a long time. I don't know anything else. I guess even though I'm getting a little old, I still love to be in the field.
Colonel, you're a lousy liar. Tell me the real reason.
Okay, Snake. Sorry. I'll be frank. A person very dear to me is being held hostage.
Who is it?
My niece, Meryl.
Sorry about that. We got some sound issues on our end. Shouldn't pick up on the recording. What will pick up is my loud ass couch.
Meryl.
Yeah, tell us about Meryl. Is she from Police Notes?
What?
What was your niece doing here?
A reused name.
Several soldiers were
A
reported missing.
similarly
the day of the
named
revolt,
character is in Police Notes.
and my niece was one
Is
of
it called
those
Police
called
Notes?
in as an emergency replacement.
I think... I don't
She
even
looks
know
like
anymore.
you.
She's my little brother's girl. He died in the Gulf War. Since then, I've been watching
18 years
after her.
old, 175 centimeters.
That's not very
A novice, no real combat experience.
I'm retired,
Gone through
I'm just
VR
an old
simulation
man now.
combat training.
and I'm your friend.
Has received psychotherapy not to be
where
attracted
we
to those of the
friends?
opposite
I've thought
sex.
of us as friends since the fall of
Oh,
Zanzibar.
that's a doozy.
Yeah,
My personality, I don't have too
That's-
many friends.
That's what I trust about
don't think
you.
too much about that.
It's what makes you human.
Because if you think about that too long, you'll want to die.
Save my niece, Meryl.
I already want to die.
All right.
You'll want to die
I have
twice.
2 conditions.
Name them.
1, no more secrets between us. I want complete disclosure at all times. And 2, I'll only accept orders directly from you, Colonel. No cutoffs involved, okay?
Agreed.
I thought it said
That's
no
why I was
cut-offs
called.
and balls.
Don't cut off my balls,
What?
or else I'm not
I'm
coming.
not a crook,
No!
just a retired old warhorse.
I understand, Colonel.
Yeah, the game is called Police Notes, by the way. I needed to confirm that real quick.
So how long do I not have to think about that one part? Because I've been
Preferably
thinking about it.
forever.
That doctor, is she part of this operation too?
She was in charge of Foxhound's gene therapy. She knows
Oh boy, here we go,
more
gene
than anyone
therapy.
else.
You mean you've seen them naked?
Make no mistake, I'm not a nurse. I'm a scientist.
By the way, what was that injection for?
It's a combination of nanomachines and an anti-freezing peptide so that your blood and other bodily fluids don't freeze, even at subarctic temperatures.
And also nanomachines.
Not just one kind, either. There are different types which will replenish the supply of adrenaline, nutrition, and sugar in your bloodstream.
Now I don't have to worry about food.
I also put some nootropics in there.
No,
Say
no
what?
rations.
Nootropics.
There will be rations.
A class of
But
drugs
you don't have
that help
to-
improve your mental functioning.
It'll make me smarter, huh? Anything else?
Yes, benzodrine. It's a type of stimulant. It'll keep you alert and responsive for 12 straight hours.
Damn.
That was quite a cocktail. Anything else in there?
Those nanomachines will also keep your Codex batteries charged up.
I guess I can call you when I'm ready to go on a diet.
You're welcome.
They didn't say a lot about Naomi. Her accent is not British, by the way. It's South African, I think. Supposed to be, at least.
Hostages.
Hostages.
The chief of DARPA and the president of an arms manufacturing company. What business did they have at a nuclear weapons disposal facility?
The truth is that secret exercises were being conducted at the time the terrorist group attacked.
Must be extremely important exercises if those two were directly involved. Were they testing some kind of new advanced weapon?
I'm not
I
privy to that
wonder.
information.
Do we know exactly where they're being held?
The DARPA chief has also been injected with a mini transmitter. As you get closer, you
Just
should
like
be
Marv
able
was.
to pick up his location on your radar.
Just like Marv. Nuclear weapons. I don't know why I said it like that.
The
Really
weapons,
have the ability
do
to
you
launch a
mean that?
nuclear missile?
They
Weapons,
say
yes.
they do. They even gave us the serial number of the warhead they plan to use.
What's the number confirmed?
I'm afraid so. At the very least, they've got their hands on a real nuclear warhead.
That's pretty...
Isn't there some kind of safety device
Cool
to prevent
detail.
this type of terrorism?
Yes.
Like,
Every
how do we know you
missile
have a
warhead
nuke?
in our
Oh, we got the
arsenal is
serial
equipped with
number.
a PAL,
Run it through your
which uses
system.
a
Oh
discrete
shit, they have a,
detonation
they have a
code.
fucking nuke.
Permissive action link.
Yeah, PAL, the
safety
fucking...
control system built into all
the fuck
nuclear
is
weapons
PAL?
systems.
He just said it.
We
Something.
can't rest easy.
It's a control system.
Why not?
Because
But PAL is also the region that we and Australia is in.
Warhead, it must have been
That
removed
all our
from its
technology
missile.
is like
All the missiles on
geared
these
for.
disposal sites are supposed to be dismantled.
Like
It's
the
not
reason
that
why you
easy to
can't
get your
play
hands on
American
an
games
ICBM.
on like
that
a
used to be
European
true. But
console.
since the end of the Cold
Not
War,
every
you
console
can
is
get
region
anything
locked.
if you have enough money and the right
But
connections.
most of the ones that are locked by PAL, NTSC, or whatever the Japanese region is called.
How well armed are these terrorists? I know there was an exercise going on at the time they revolted.
They're heavily armed, I'm afraid.
What about their battle experience?
They've been
6
doing
members of
arm day
Foxhound
every day.
in charge
They
are
got real
all
heavy
hardened
arms.
veterans. They're tough enough to eat nails and ask for seconds.
I wouldn't
That's a
expect
great
anything less from
expression.
Foxhound.
The others are next generation special forces.
Next
They're not
generation
your
special
average grunts
forces.
either.
Oh, that was really short. I do enjoy that they make a lot of use of artwork for these scenes, so we don't have to look at blocky
So what
PS1
exactly are
models
these man-
talking.
A person's remains.
Remains.
That's right. To be more accurate, cell specimens which contain the individual's genomic information.
Cell specimens. Why would they want that?
The terrorists need them. You see, these next-generation special forces have been strengthened through gene therapy.
Strengthened.
You've heard of the Human Genome Project. They've been mapping the human genome, and they're nearly finished. Following up on this research, the military has been working towards identifying those genes which are responsible for making effective soldiers.
There are genes that do that?
Yes. And using gene
Yes.
therapy, they're able to transplant those genes into regular soldiers.
Gene therapy.
I'll explain this part. With gene therapy, we can remove those genes which we know may lead to sickness or disease, and at the same time splice in genes with beneficial effects, such as resistance to cancer, for example.
In other words, we can overcome all sorts of genetic diseases, and at the same time add genetic characteristics as desired.
Yeah, this technology
So if
still
you
isn't
knew what
there
genes were
20 years
responsible
later.
for making the perfect soldier,
Yeah.
you could implant them
Mad
the
Max
same way,
took
right?
took place last year.
We could.
But it all
Right,
depends on
right.
being able to isolate and identify those soldier genes.
And in order to do that, it's helpful if you can study the genomic information of one of the greatest soldiers ever.
Now, who could that be?
Big Boss, Grey Fox, Night Fright,
Night Fright, Predator,
Jungle Evil, get it
Machine
right,
Gun
man.
Kid.
Machine Gun Kid, Shoot Gunner.
Go for genetic strengthening. Strengthening.
One of the greatest soldiers ever?
The man they call the greatest warrior of the 20th century.
You don't mean Big Boss.
That's right. We've been working
There he is.
feverishly to
That's what he
identify
looks
the
like.
genes responsible for his incredible
Yeah.
combat skill. So far,
He
we've
doesn't look
discovered
exactly
access to
like
so-called soldier
Sean Connery.
genes.
No,
So his
But
body
pretty
was
close.
recovered after all.
yeah.
Yes, and his cells have remained frozen in a cryo.
He was a
chamber.
cyborg.
His genomic
Yup.
information is a priceless treasure to mankind.
Priceless to the military, perhaps.
His body was burned severely, but it was possible to restore his DNA.
Yeah, I remember
with just
that.
a single strand of his hair.
You people are amazing. And then you're gonna transplant those genes into soldiers?
Yes. We'll use a process that I discovered called gene targeting. The strongest soldiers don't become what they are by acquiring their skills through training or experience. We now know that hereditary factors are far more crucial for creating superior soldiers.
Snake, we can't give them his body. It's potentially more dangerous than all the nuclear warheads on that island put together.
I hear the terrorists are calling themselves the Sons of Big Boss.
The sons of Big Boss?
The Sons of Magnus.
I don't think his name was Magnus. I think his name was Big. last
Tell
main
me about
boss.
these next generation special forces.
Large and in
They
charge,
started out as an
humongous.
anti-terrorist special
Humongous
ops made
honcho,
up of former members of biochem
giant
units,
general,
technical escort
Yeah, you told me
units,
about
and a
that.
nuclear
chief of
emergency
considerable
search team.
size.
Their purpose was to
Chief of
respond to threats involving
size.
next-generation weapons of mass
Giant
destruction,
general. Did you say that
including
one?
I think I
NBC
said that.
weapons.
Until they were added. that is.
Enormous executive.
Who's they?
These guys didn't start out as regular army.
Looks like a pretty international group. Mercenaries?
Yeah, and it gets worse. Most of them were from a merc agency that I think you're familiar with. They were part of Big Boss's private guard. And after Big Boss went down, the military just bought out all their contracts.
Damn.
Outer heaven.
After that, they were merged with our own VR unit, Force 21, and retrained. If you ask me, these so-called next-generation special forces should be called simulated soldiers. They have no real battle experience.
Video game players, huh?
Don't forget that they've been strengthened with gene therapy.
What a
They carry
roast.
genes which
It
make
is.
them
It's
excellent
like
soldiers.
that one girl
Don't
from
get careless just because they don't have much experience.
Elden Ring who says,
Shut up, I don't want to know about Elden Ring.
Using
No spoilers.
genetically modified soldiers was prohibited by international
Haven't played it
law.
yet.
no
Yes.
bitches.
I want-
But those are just declarations.
Okay,
not
I
actual
haven't been
treaties.
able to miss those memes, but I don't want to know anything more.
Touch grass.
That's not just Elden Ring.
No, but this character basically says that.
Really?
No, she says touch grace.
Oh.
But people say touch grass.
Okay, sure.
And she also says no bitches.
But no maidens?
No maidens.
So anyways, let's go. Unanimous approval.
Anonymous approval.
How could an entire unit be subverted to rebellion?
They're calling it a revolution.
Since they all went through the same gene therapy, they probably felt closer than brothers. They see the unit as their only family.
The sons of Big Boss. But if they were regular army, they must have been interviewed periodically by army counselors.
According to their files, they all got straight A's on their psychological tests. They all seemed like fine, upstanding, patriotic soldiers.
But they all took part in the uprising?
No, several people didn't show up on the day of the exercise.
You seem like a
That's why
cool
there was
guy.
a
Don't go
resupply
into
of
the army
troops.
exercise
Was
tomorrow.
there any sign recently that something might be wrong?
There was a report a month ago that they were acting strangely.
Apparently, they consulted classified information about the soldier genes and performed their own gene therapy experiments.
That should set off red
Without
flags.
you?
Well, our gene therapy process is almost completely automated. And besides that, they're all geniuses with
Keep
IQs
this in
over
mind.
180.
Even
Do you
the
understand how
existence of
fucking
the genome
absurd
is a national
180
secret of the
IQ is?
highest order.
I know.
We've been hoping to
Also,
investigate
IQ
this thing
isn't
quietly
really a
and deal with it
great
behind
measure of
closed
intelligence,
doors.
since IQ can be trained just by knowing
Well, yes.
shit. I have a friend.
Well,
who,
I've also spoken to, like, a psychologist who was like, yeah, but only to a certain degree. Like,
one of my friends who had a high IQ score
Yeah.
just spent a shit ton of time trying to get it higher and higher and higher on the test, so I think he got up to like...
well, that can have been like an official monitored test. It's got to be one of those. Like, you can easily learn the pattern recognition part, which is like available on fucking men's test sites or whatever. That part you can train up real good. There are parts you can't really train
Yeah.
independently.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not a perfect indicator, but even so, 180 is fucking absurd.
I know.
Like 130 something is like the top, the cutoff for top percent, and like 145-ish is like the top.
The top 1% of the top 1% of the top...
180 is absurd, and all of these guys, every soldier in this game, is a mega giga brain genius,
Not
galaxy brain motherfucker.
Giga's wrinkly galaxy brain.
Remember that when we start playing, that every soldier in this game is smarter than every person you've ever met. Okay, here we go. Unit Foxhound.
High-tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former unit, and one that I was a commander of. An elite group combining firepower and expertise. They're every bit as good as when I was commanding them.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity.
Look at that
Psycho
cool
Mantis,
shit.
with his powerful
Psycho
psychic abilities.
Mantis.
Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus.
Yeah.
Eyes. Vulcan Raven, giant and
Yeah, Vulcan is
shaman.
in the game.
And
Yeah.
Revolver Ocelot.
Revolver Ocelot.
Hey, I know that guy.
You've heard about him.
Yeah.
Gunfighter.
Looks like a lovely bunch of folks.
You'll finally get to meet everyone's favorite.
Distraction
And
octopus.
finally, in charge of them, Foxhound squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake.
Yes.
So we joked
you are
about
the
that.
only
You
person
made the
who can
joke
stand against him.
all on your own that a solid snake implies the existence of a liquid snake.
And a
Guess
plasma
what?
snake.
Liquid snake.
Is that actually a thing?
It's actually a thing. Let's listen to him talk about liquid snake.
Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake. A man with the same code name as you.
Tell me what you know.
He fought in the Gulf War as a teenager, the youngest person in the SAS. His job was to track down and destroy mobile Scud missile launching platforms. You were there too, I believe. Didn't you infiltrate Western Iraq with a platoon of Green Berets?
I was just a kid myself back then.
The details are
As a
classified,
POW
but it seems that originally
Iraq was declared
he
as
penetrated the Middle
MIA.
East as a sleeper for the SIS.
Rescue the US government and returns to his country.
Spy for the British
Jones
Secret
Foxhound becomes
Intelligence
battle leader of the new Foxhound.
But he never
IQ
once showed his
180,
face
fluent in
in
7
Central
languages,
He was taken
speaks
prisoner
Arabic
in
like
Iraq,
a
and
native.
after that, there was no trace of him for several years. After you retired, he was rescued.
He also had an
and became
IQ
a
of
member
180.
Foxhound.
Yes.
That's
I thought
fucking
that by the time I
stupid.
left, we were no longer
Yes.
using code names.
Guess what? Metal Gear is fucking stupid.
That's like,
That information is
here
so
we have
highly
Albert
classified that
Einstein.
even I can't look at it.
Yeah.
We made like
Here's a photo of him.
Hey,
super
hey, hey, here's a
soldiers.
photo of him.
Pretty shocking, huh? His skin tone is different, but
Can I
otherwise you two are
see?
exact duplicates.
Him.
The point is that he looks
have a
exactly
twin.
like Snake.
I don't
Yeah.
know the details, but it seems so.
But
That's
he's
why we really need you
like-
for this mission.
darker
You're the
because
only one who
he's
can
like
beat him.
white.
Now that I've met you,
I
I know.
think Liquid is supposed to be slightly,
I can see it in your eyes.
slightly lighter in skin tone.
Oh, so he's like white.
He's very white. Yes.
White supremacy. Not gonna make
Stop
that joke.
Stop saying white supremacy all the time. I'm tired of hearing you
Um,
talk about white supremacy.
Uh,
So we've gotten the briefing. We are now ready to start the video game. How long has it been? Like 40 minutes? No. Okay, exit this screen and get ready to start a new game.
Doop.
Now we know about the new Foxhound. We know about.
green
Need to borrow
supremacy.
your scissors.
Make
What are you going to do?
Armageddon.
Oh,
green
check this
again.
out. Just
Don't worry, just gonna clean myself up a little.
Huh?
I don't want to be mistaken for the leader of the terrorists.
Did he cut his hair?
yes. He's also dyeing it, I believe,
From white to black?
from blonde to brownish. Now we're done. Now we're finally ready to start a new game.